Hi everyone, this video is going to walk you through creating your account on the Oracle Apex site. So in our Canvas shell, there should be a link here to the Oracle server, which is going to be this iacademy2.oracle.com. And when you click on that, that will bring you to the site that I was just using there. Now, in order to get in, you will need a few pieces of information. This will be information that I will or have already emailed you. You'll need the workspace and username, which should be identical, and you need your default password. So in this case, I'm going to be using this number, which should also be my username. And then by default, Oracle is going to give me a specific password. So I pasted in that password. Once I log in for the first time, I will need to choose a new password. Make sure that this is something you remember, but you can see that the password does need to be changed immediately. And you could certainly save that if you want to, just so you don't have to remember that. But, if you need it on another machine, it's good to have that password, written down or something. Now, generally, you shouldn't have to do anything for a while in terms of changing the password. I think it's every 3 months. So, you may have something towards the end of the semester. We'll see how the timing works out. Now, once you're in here, the main area you're going to be working in is going to be this SQL workshop. Now, in order to do anything, right now, there's no tables here. And we could verify this area called the object browser would allow you to see the tables, which is basically going to be like what you would see in the entity relationship diagram. We see we have nothing there right now. So the biggest question I get is, where does that come from? So what you would be able to do is you'd be able to go to SQL scripts, and we're going to be able to upload one. You're going to need to download this PL SQL schema, which I should have under the Apex resources. So I'm going to download this. And then I'm going to switch back over to the Apex site. From this point, I'm going to click on Upload. I'm going to choose a file by clicking on this Choose File button. Once that loads, select that image or the file, which is going to have the image of our database, and you can name it whatever you want. You shouldn't really need it in the future, and you would click Upload. So you'll see that over here, there's a little Run button. Now, sometimes it may show, so you see, yes, confirm. Yes, we do want to do this. This is a big file. Now, you may see things that look like errors up here, normal, because what it's doing is it is going in and making sure that none of these tables exist before we actually do anything. So the reason that's important is because if you, in the future, break stuff, you can go back in, you can go back to SQL scripts, and you run it, and it will flush out all that bad data and give you a clean version of that database. So if you make a mistake, at some point, you're able to go back and rerun this without having to upload it. And see, this time, because there was a database to clean up, no errors, it was able to do that. Now, from here, you'd be able to go to SQL Workshop, SQL Commands, and based on your assignment, there's a table called fscaffs. And if I were to go in there and run a query, we see all that information down. I'll have a second video up kind of discussing, how you can navigate this. How do I know what data is in which table? But at least this should get you through logging in for the first time, choosing that new password, and accessing the site. Again, we'll have a separate video on, what the format of those tables are and how do you know that.